Oh, my bad. Man, bringing out the playoff adjustments. You said what? Man, that was regular season flukes. I don't want to hear that. Just got lucky.
TGIF, everyone. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. We're bringing it to you live with Hall of Famers Grant Hill and Doris Burke. This is Brian Anderson. Joining us from the sidelines, Allie LaForce. Here we go. So the Wizards will get the first possession. George with it. Isaac outside. George with it. Now quickly defending. Now here's George. Oh, and makes it with the kiss. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, B.A. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Thompson, nope.
This game will always start off the same with you missing a wide open shot to start.
Good. And so George will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. And a fast break now for the Bulls. Pass to Thompson. Outside, Hill. Here's Quickly. 6 on the shot clock. The Bulls need to get off a shot. The 3 from Thompson. Now Hill. From deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Cousins. Back to George. And here's Isaac. Edwards with it. Cousins with the screen. Edwards, that's good.
And the body.
Well, we know this about Anthony Edwards. This guy, one of the stronger guards in this game. That's a tough finish.
Doris, one of the most physical guards in the NBA, Anthony Edwards.
If you want to talk about a prototypical NBA body, it's Anthony Edwards. He's got size, strength, athleticism, but beyond that, he's so skilled. 3-level scorer, versatile on the defensive end, fearless when it matters. Anthony Edwards may be the next face of the league. And this is a shot he can definitely make, and the defense not a factor at all.
Pass to Cousins. Hill with the steal. And he jams it home with authority.
Adding insult to injury with the dunk off the steal.
Nice to see a good play on D. That led to some fireworks.
Let's see if that serves as a momentum builder. What a great sequence for this group.
Here's Quickly, following the score by Washington. Now Thompson. The 3 ball.
I'll be fading.
It's hauled in by Isaac. About 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Drains the triple. Edwards got 5 now.
Edwards, such an explosive scorer. You don't want to concede that three-point shot. Boy, that's going to make him feel good.
Outside, Hill. The 3 from Thompson. And it's good. First made shot and 4. Attempts.
This is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Now here's George. He's been productive, averaging just over 7 points a game.
Dorian Finney-Smith increasingly efficient offensively. Good feel for when to rise and fire.
Quickly with the ball. Guarded now by Finney-Smith. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Well, Emmanuel Quickley is a combo guard who impacts both sides of the ball, Doris.
There's no question about it. He's a floor spacer. He can create for himself or his teammates. And defensively, longer than you think and very mobile. You want to contest this guy's shot, but you absolutely don't want to send him to the line. He will make you pay.
Pass to Cousins.
Why are you doing all these switches?
Chicago with a rebound. Thompson scanning the floor. Whiteside with it. And here is Hill. Isaac covering. Outside, Hill. Just 4 to shoot. Back to Quickley.
Bobby Porter's
Cousins
wide
with the
open.
steal.
And they make you do that pass and double coverage.
Here's Isaac.
Doesn't make any
And
sense.
the dunk by Isaac.
I'm looking at Porter.
Because of his
He's left and
size
late.
and speed, Jonathan Isaac can be a terror in the open floor.
Big
Go
guy.
ahead and finish that, Jonathan.
It's stolen by Isaac. Here we go, all alone. And the dunk by Isaac.
When you get a chance to run the floor like that, you have to capitalize. Great hustle on that play.
A minute 53 left to the first quarter here. Pass to Thompson. Clock at 6. Goes up on the wing. Rebounded by Cousins. Washington leading by 6. George outside. Now Cousins. Edwards with it. And out of bounds. It'll be Chicago ball.
Possessions in the ball. Coming onto the floor for your Wizards, number 7, Cam Whitmore.
We've got 1:23 left in the first quarter of the game. Portis outside. Back to Thompson. He shoots. Takes a big high bounce and goes in.
Assisted.
Thompson's got 5.
The speed with which Klay Thompson gets to his shooting motion off the catch makes him as dangerous as anyone.
The Bulls trail by 4. To the inside. Portis.
Bobby Portis.
Nice dish, and the layup goes down.
This guy is a pick-your-poison kind of player. Very hard defensively to cover all your bases with him.
Pass to Isaac. Now Cousins. To the paint. Thompson with a steal. Portis with it. Guarded now by George. Now here's Whiteside. Boy, that foul. Looked intentional. Not exactly what you'd expect here.
Yeah, I know. It just doesn't make sense given the situation.
Second team foul.
I mean, I'm
They
just not
definitely
sure
did,
what he was
'cause that-
thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
On the wing, Thompson. Back to Hill. Shot clock at 5. Down low. Oh, that doesn't go on the chance to tie. Pass to Whitmore. And the call will be against Bobby Portis. That's his first foul.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Just 4 seconds left to play in the first. 1 second left, and it's in! Oh, nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Make makes his selection
That
just
shit.
on time.
Watch me lose
Well
by 2
done.
steps to play
Well,
like that.
finishing quarter strong. Every coach.
Hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. All right, guys, what do you think so far about the offensive approach for the Wizards?
They've made an effort to get out and run, using their speed in transition and scoring before the defense can get set.
Yeah, they've also been alert and active on the defensive end, creating turnovers and turning those into points on the offensive end.
Can't hit from in close.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
Pass to Pajemski. Outside Whitmore. And the foul on Marvin Bagley.
Marvin
That's his
Bagley.
first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Whitmore. Here's Clowney. Just 5 to shoot. The shot that time, not on target. Ooh, good D by Bagley. Beal surveying the D. And the foul. On Cam Whitmore. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Outside Davis. Pass to Richardson. Shot clock at 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. You're a good person to ask this, Doris. Why do so many point guards turn into successful coaches?
Yeah, I think obviously, Brian, as a point guard, you're responsible for knowing every position on the floor, where they're supposed to be at all times. And you're also sort of thinking like a coach already. This person hasn't had a bucket in a while. How do I get them in a position to make them successful? So I think you're in control of so much as a point guard that it naturally translates to coaching.
Beal outside.
Why is he moving?
Clowney pulls it in. Washington leading by 5. Second quarter of basketball. Just over a minute and a half played so far. And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
Right side Barrett. And he makes no mistake. Slam dunk.
Wow, the hammer by R.J. Barrett. How about that athleticism?
Beal outside. On the wing, Richardson. Here's Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
How about the timing?
That's
Could
so
be the
long
difference
ago.
between an assist and a turnover. Nice delivery.
Second
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight. The Wizards on offense. They lead by 4. Their next game playing at home as the Grizzlies come to town. It's game 3 of a trifecta at home. Outside Barrett. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Finney-Smith. Here's Clowney. 3-pointer, no good. And it's Beal with the ball for the Chicago Bulls. On the wing, Richardson. Checking his stats, he's scoring around 9.5 points per game.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
And he dunks it down.
I'll tell you, he is so tough to keep down once he gets near that rim.
Yeah, he can get up even a few notches higher. Here's Beal. Inside. The kick out to Williams. Bagley sets a screen. 3-pointer. Beal. The 3 is up. Fires for 3. Pure from three-point range. Beals.
I don't know if because I legit went up for a shot, so I don't know if he was going in trying to help to get the rebound or what.
Gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Here's Whitmore. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Jason Richardson.
Athleticism showing through from Whitmore. He doesn't need much room at all to operate in close.
And then Beal with the dunk.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on.
Boy, you love that he wants to finish with authority, sending a message to the defense. R.J. Barrett.
Doris, in a league that glorifies offense, you have to appreciate what Finney Smith brings to the defensive end.
The BA, one of those guys who brings versatility
He
and
did maybe do that. I wasn't
perhaps
even
more
running.
importantly,
I was trying to back
dependability.
up to
You
do
can
the
put him
float.
on the ball, off ball, guards, even bigs. You talk about a true do-it-all defender, that's Dorian Finney-Smith.
Outside Richardson.
That's a lot.
And a two-handed jam.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam.
Who is open?
Outside Finney Smith. Pass to Clowney. There's a screen. Second chance shot. Outside Finney Smith. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Yeah, Dorian Finney-Smith has the ability athletically to finish near the cup, and he does so there.
Oh, man, talk about hang time. What a wicked double clutch finish.
Hey, when you have that kind of space, you're allowed to get fancy. Pass to Whitmore. Outside Barrett. Here he goes. And he banks in the layup. Barrett's got 10 points.
More points coming from inside. In that respect, they've been the more aggressive team.
And Beal launches from deep. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. The Wizards with a lead. Here's Whitmore.
Oh, wow! Incredible! An impressive athlete. This rookie Whitmore loves getting inside and hammering it home.
Left side Richardson. Boom! He jams it straight down.
Defensive foul.
Oh, man, he got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. This will be his third free throw of the game.
He does a great job of drawing contact and getting himself to the line, something he didn't do in the first period.
And here's Edwards outside. Oh, Edwards! Money on the triple!
This guy is constantly refining his game, and Anthony Edwards is dangerous from three.
Pass to Richardson. Now here's Portis. Back to Thompson. Quickly outside. It's Thompson, high post. Over Edwards. And once again, off the mark by Chicago.
Well, terrific defense. They obviously respect his ability and just want to make it tough.
First personal foul. Third team foul. Substitution on the court.
19 seconds left in the second. Pass to Cousins. Outside Edwards. Back to Cousins. He got it up. And that's not gonna
Same
go.
thing right there. I don't know why
Misses at the
you
buzzer.
pick up the ball. Clay coming over there for a double for
He's
what?
feeling it tonight.
That didn't
and
make
has
no
been
sense.
The driving force for Washington. He put together 10 points in the quarter. We'll be right back with you shortly.
You shooting 74%. God, dog.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. The Bulls trail by 4. Quickly outside. Pass to Whiteside. Hill with it. Isaac covering. Portis the screen. 5 on the clock. Back to Whiteside. And it's stolen by Finney-Smith. Here's Edwards. Hill with the steal. Quickly with the ball. Guarded now by George. Back to Hill. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Cousins.
This has been a close game in a lot of
Right
ways,
there.
but they do have an edge
Right
on
here.
the boards.
Left side, Edwards.
It was LeBron before
George
LeBron.
outside. Back to Edwards. The 3 is up. Good work defensively by Hill. The Bulls trail by 4.
Sleep on him, he just always hurt.
Quickly outside. Pass to Hill. Portis outside. Puts up a deep 3. It's rebounded by Washington. Just over 1.5 minutes have passed in the third quarter. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. It's going to go on Emmanuel quickly.
Well, Anthony Edwards has got a well-rounded offensive game. He can put it on the deck and draw contact. Shows you right there.
Free throw good, Edwards. Well, Doris, we've heard Anthony Edwards declare himself as the best player in the league.
Well, B.A., when you got the game to back it up, you don't mind putting yourself out there. And Anthony Edwards has charisma, highly skilled, and he's fearless when it matters most. Look out for the Ant-Man. Anthony Edwards is a 3-level scorer. He can beat you in a lot of ways, and he's extremely confident when the game is hanging in the balance.
Thompson outside. Back to Hill. And he goes in for the dunk.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Outside Whitmore. Cousins
Who
for
the
3.
hell?
The rebound by Whiteside.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
To the middle. Here's Portis. Hill. Oh, rejected by Isaac.
You can see the long
Oh, that was
wingspan
late
of
as
Jonathan
hell.
Isaac coming into play twice on the pipes.
To the left wing. Here's Cousins. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Back to Isaac. Takes the 3. Cousins can't hit.
Scoreless in their first 5 attempts since halftime. It's getting ugly.
Not sure.
I saw it. And I was waiting for Whiteside to dip down, but he takes forever to do that shit.
Why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
Inside. Back to Hill. On the wing, Thompson. 6 to shoot. Lets it fly. Buries the jump shot. Hill's got 4 points now in the quarter. Pretty even game going on here in D.C.
See, why is quickly
And he
on him?
commits the intentional foul.
Quickly. Second personal foul. Second team foul.
Here's Edwards. 10 points for him. George outside. Back to Edwards. It's Edwards on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Pass to Cousins. George outside. And another miss by Washington. And it's the Bulls' ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Here's Quickly. And that one goes out of bounds.
I think I know what. I know what happened. They switched that. Oh.
Last touch by Quickly.
That almost looked like bad communication. You hate to see that kind of mistake.
And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan.
Someone just put, I don't know what it is, but they put quickly on Edwards. Something was right. And I think they did it because I had switched another matchup. Boy, this is a chess match, though, despite all this 2K fuckery.
The Wizards with a lead. Stolen by Quickly. In transition. To the tie. And it's blocked by Isaac. Kicks it to Quickly. Hill with it. He's picked up by Edwards. And here's Thompson for 3. On target from range.
3-point field goal.
Thompson's got 8. All right, guys, a breakdown here of the hustle stats for the Bulls.
Well, their D has been a major story tonight. I mean, those steals and putting pressure on the ball, clogging the passing lanes, impressive.
Something else that
Trying to
they've
prove
had
himself.
working for them is
He trying
attacking
to
the
prove
offensive
himself.
glass. Boy, taking advantage and creating second chance points. Impressive.
That's good from George.
And there's no question George can fill it up. For him, it's about focusing on shooting good percentages.
George hits them both. Now Quickly. Out to the wing. Outside, Hill. Pass to Thompson. And the jumper is on the mark. Thompson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
At his absolute best, Klay Thompson rise and fire on the catch. Good night defense.
Now here's George. Defended by Thompson. Edwards with it. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Barrett. Another basket. He's now 6 for 7 in the contest.
Well, what you've seen from R.J. Barrett is attack mode. The coaching staff wants him to sustain this level of aggression.
To the inside. And it's Whiteside with a big finish. And it's amazing. Neither team has been able to hold the lead for any length of time.
Yeah, these guys are leaving it all on the floor tonight.
Because Whiteside picking up somebody he ain't got no business picking
That's
up.
not even fair. A big guy, that size,
Good job
that
seeing
skilled,
it. 'Cause I don't know what the
raining threes
hell
on your
was.
head. Good luck with that.
Outside, Hill. Quickly, outside. Lots of room. Rebounded by Cousins. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Wizards. 2-point game. Pass to Cousins. Edwards with it. Back to Cousins. And it's good. 2 points. Cousins has got 5 now.
What a luxury to have someone like DeMarcus Cousins roaming the interior and drawing defensive attention.
Right side, Hill. Pass to Thompson. And here's Hill. 9 points in the game. No good from 18.
He's got a great defensive mind. He gets good position and affects the release.
And he did it without fouling, and that's become an art, changing shots without making contact.
And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Both teams making some changes here. And so Jason Kidd calls for the timeout. I think right now he must be looking at some adjustments.
And something fans don't always get to see. Some of the closely guarded secrets that happen in that huddle.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Here's Barrett.
What are you doing?
Just 3 on the clock. Up in time. Oh, no
I didn't call
good
for
on the
that.
last second attempt there. The third quarter comes to a close.
I know that's why I'm looking. I'm like, why is
Up 4.
this?
And when we return, we'll get the 4.
RJ Barrett killing me. Probably why he did.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. And it's Washington with the ball. They lead by 4. Pass to Whitmore. And that one is hammered home.
Boy, Barrett is a natural-born playmaker, understands when to be aggressive and make the right play.
Outside Richardson. The rebound by the Wizards.
They have a decent advantage in regards to rebounding.
Pass to Nurkic. There's a screen. And the call is going to be, yes, an illegal screen.
That was
a
weird screen. I don't even know why he said that.
Planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
You know, he's just leaning a little bit. You try to get away with it, but boy, the official all over it.
Here's Davis. Down low. Here's Portis. Good work defensively by Whitmore. Washington leading by 6. Pass to Nurkic. Back to Whitmore. The shot, no good. Oh, great D that time from Portis. And here's Beal. From deep three-point land. And again, Chicago, no good.
We all know he's a good shooter, but from that distance, I don't think so.
Boy, we're seeing it more and more. Guys looking to create additional space by stepping back further from the line.
Outside Whitmore. He takes it in. It's hauled in by Portis.
Got to credit the defense. They found a way to stop him, and that's never an easy task.
Beal into the lane, to the paint. Here's Bagley. Portis, left side. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little
Nigga,
confused.
I do not want to play
Weird
chess with
plays
you this
happen.
morning, man. Stop.
And Washington making a change here. And we've got a
You know I'm talking to
timeout
you, right?
from Jason Kidd. He wants to make
I
sure
don't want to play chess
everyone
with you
is
this morning,
aligned,
man.
given
Stop.
the situation right now.
Come on, man. Come on, man. Yeah. 6 though.
Chicago making a switch here. Time now to hear from our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Jason Kidd had some words for his team over the break. He said, keep it going, guys. Ride this wave of momentum. We're playing great right now, but we can't let up. Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
Second team foul.
Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Here's Hill. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Making sure of it with the two-hand slam, B.A.
Yeah, I don't blame him with the score this tight. You cannot take a chance here. Pass to Cousins. Outside Finney Smith.
What? Bradley did it.
Connects
Bradley-
downtown.
Bradley
And
fucking
the
did it.
Wizards lead by
What was he
7.
doing?
Every team in search of players with this skill set. Dorian Finney-Smith, the prototypical 3. And yes, he can D as well.
And here's Thompson for 3. And he can't get that one to go. His 6th miss in 10 tries.
And they're doing strong work on the glass. A +5 advantage for them.
Hill with the double team. Kicks it out to Isaac. Picked by Isaac. Clock at 6. Cousins. Outside Barrett. Second shot opportunity. Isaac for 3. A rebound by Whiteside. Bulls trail by 7. Outside, Hill. Good work defensively by Cousins. George feels it out a bit. And we've got a timeout from Jason Kidd. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Edwards for three. Washington again can't hit. Bulls trail by 7. Beal with it. Pass to Thompson. Here's Richardson. Isaac covering. Back to Richardson. Outside, Hill. 5 to shoot. The kick out to Richardson. Gets the 3-ball to go.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And this is a player who understands when the game is hanging in the balance. He knows it's winning time.
And here's Cousins. Kicks it out to Barrett. And again, Washington, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
And it's slammed in by Whiteside.
That's how you share the rock. He does this time and time again.
Now here's Barrett. It's Edwards on the wing. Hill with the steal. Here's Thompson. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Klay Thompson calm and cool under pressure. How about the big bucket from Klay?
Pass to Cousins. Outside Edwards. Back to Cousins. Shot clock at 6. Oh, it's blocked. It
And the crazy
deflects
thing
off the
is, I'm trying to
backboard.
foul. They ain't let me do shit.
Richardson with it. Back to Hill. Now Whiteside. Isaac covering. Beal outside. Thompson outside. Pass to Hill. On the wing, Richardson. And he misses the go-ahead basket. And Barrett has got the ball here for the Wizards. Now here's Cousins. It's Edwards on the wing. Here's Barrett. Now Cousins.
What y'all doing?
And again, Washington, no good.
You kind of wonder where his head's at. The shot selection hasn't been there. And, of course, that one was just crazy.
And now we have an intentional foul. I'm not sure why.
Yeah, bizarre play, B.A. Not sure what got into him.
And we've got a timeout called by Mark Daigneault. There is a lot on the line, and he is determined to make sure everyone's on the same page.
We must let the dance and choose it all.
we've got a
What the fuck?
timeout call
Why they
by
make a
Mark
switch?
Daigneault. And a
Oh
great
my!
call on his
Ain't I
part.
just used my
This
last
is the time you
timeout?
want to be in sync right here.
Why the fuck is you in the game? Oh, and then they switched me lineup up. I didn't call for that. I just wasted
Chicago making a
time
switch
out
here.
that I know I'm gonna need.
Substitution on the board.
And they almost had to go fucking
26
back
seconds
there.
left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Thompson outside.
He
Take
moved.
the lead.
He's fucking
Once
moved.
again, off the mark by Chicago.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
It's Edwards on the wing.
And then they switched my matchup.
Shot clock at 5. Kicks it to George. Oh, Beal picks his pocket. Here's Richardson. Money.
And talk about stepping up in a big way.
I'll tell you, it takes confidence to pull the trigger in that
Bobby,
situation. You love guys who relish the moment.
Here's Edwards. Oh, wow! A huge basket to tie the game.
Yeah, he shot the ball well enough to keep his.
And you
team
see,
in
I
it.
couldn't
Let's
use the
see if
timeout
together they can elevate
because-
past that.
And
Like,
so
see, this some
Jason Kidd
bullshit,
calls for
man.
the timeout. The pressure is on, and he's got a plan to share with his guys.
You just say. And the crazy thing is, again, my matchups, like, Grant Hill is supposed to be guarding Anthony Edwards. And, like, even when I called it right there, it shows that. But then they put Grill, like, but it's happened now. It's happened now. I had to waste time out because my lineup wasn't in. Because I would have called the timeout right there. I had 4 seconds. I want the last shot. I fucking really think it.
Here's Whitmore. Oh, it's off the mark. Here we go.
That was a hell of a small ball lineup you had right there. Yo. Because I'm like, why the fuck is Whiteside on this dude?
Time expires. We're going to overtime. And we'll be back right after this. Boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Here we go. Now Hill. Beal outside. Back to Hill. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
Outside Edwards. High post, Cousins.
Good pick and pop.
And right
Good
through
pick and
it
pop.
goes.
You have to guard DeMarcus Cousins wherever he is on the floor. I don't care if it's the mid-range. Get a hand up and contest.
Outside, Hill. Thompson right side. Pass to Whiteside. Hill with it. Now guarded by Isaac. Back to Hill. Down to 5 on the shot clock. On the take. Finds it again. 6 for 12 and remaining assertive.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
No, I think that's the one thing every player is searching for.
I think he was running that fast.
They're giving this guy a chance to carry the offense once again.
Oh,
I
the
think
first
he
of
was
2,
running
no
that bad.
good. A heartbreaker.
Well, we know Edwards has an impressive skill set, but what really separates him is the competitive edge that he plays with. And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
On the wing, Thompson. Three-pointer. Counted. That's his 7th basket of the game in 14 tries.
Yeah, he's in his bag from beyond the arc right now. You see his confidence.
And I think the defender knows once he gets cooking, look out. The bucket looks awfully big to him right now.
Learn from Buzz. Like with years watching Buzz do this shit.
Pass to Whiteside. Here's Thompson.
And that wasn't
by Edwards.
Yo, I was bringing up the icon and run the play.
Overtime in full swing here. 2 minutes off the clock. And so they choose to intentionally foul.
Bringing up icons to run the play, and they did the pass.
He needs to get his head in the game.
He drops the first one. And that shrinks the margin to just 4. And both free throws good for Edwards.
In tense situations at the line, they can count on him to keep his cool.
Just about 2 minutes into the overtime period. What a game. Pass to Thompson. Whiteside, Richardson. Here's Whiteside. Yes!
Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
And here's Edwards outside. And another miss by Washington. Oh, got a piece of it. And here's Hill. Pass to Whiteside. Lets it fly from 18. And Chicago again with a bucket.
Looking to close things out. That might have been the nail in the coffin.
Well, at this point, they're so far up, it would take a real collapse to give this game away at this point.
Just 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock.
They've been a different squad here in overtime. I'm just not seeing the same energy level.
Well, I'm always do that at least. It's scoring that fucks me up.
Bulls win it. Things looked a little uneven for them down the stretch, but in overtime, they took control.
And BA, I don't think they expected this one to be so hard fought. But when they went into overtime, they really poured the gas on the fire.
And that about wraps it up.
Me and me and Pamela talking on Instagram, see me and start to settle in.